Hi everyone, this is the WiseGuys. My name is Cole, and today we're going to be working on this Whirlpool Cabrio dryer. It's having a no heat issue, and there's multiple reasons to cause the dryer to not heat properly, but in our case it was the heating element, and today I'll show you how to replace that and get your dryer up and running again to save you some money. This is the Whirlpool Cabrio dryer we're going to be working on today. I'm going to open the door and show you the model number, in case this is the one that you may have. If you can see that, to focus in. WED6600VW0 is the model number. The first thing we need to do is get access to the heating element. This is the rear of the dryer, and we need to remove the 9 bolts holding this back panel on. Starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back up top. 6, 7, 8, lastly 9 down here. You can use multiple tools to remove the bolts. I'll be using this power drill because it's faster, but it's a 1/4 inch nut driver on the end, or you could use the standard ratchet and socket set 1/4 inch as well, and it'll do the job. Now that we have all 9 bolts removed, the back panel should slide off easily. Just give it a little tug. It'll come right off. The next step is locating the heating element, which is right here. And you have to remove these 2 bolts on the side of each. 1 there, come to this side. 1 there, and also we need to disconnect the wires going to it. But you want to take a picture of where your wires are located before you remove it, so you'll know where they go when it's time to install it. With your wires, you don't want to just pull on the wire itself. You want to get a flathead screwdriver and put it in between the terminal end and the heating element and give it a twist, and then release it, and you can grab the terminal end and it'll come right off. Grab the top plastic, remove it. This middle one has a black clip you have to pull forward towards me and then pull the wire out. The next step, we're going to remove those 2 bolts and remove the heating element. Once you get the 2 bolts released, give the bottom a pull towards you and it'll slide right out. This is the inside of your heating element, and what you want to do is see if you can locate a break in the coils anywhere. And in our case, our break's right here up front. See one end here, the other end's here where it's supposed to attach. This is our old one, heating element, with the break right here. And here's our new one. And as you can see, there's not any broken parts of the coil anywhere, so it should be good. But if you can't see the break right off, there's another method you can use to check to see if the break exists. There's a multimeter. Here I have one. You can grab one from any hardware store for fairly cheap. You want to come over here to the horseshoe symbol with the speaker volume, and you want to touch the ends of the terminals together to make sure you get that sound. And that's just checking for a continuous path to make sure nothing's broken. So for example, here's our new one. We're gonna put it on one end. See how there are 2 ends, 2 terminals. Put one end on one end on the other, and you should hear the tone. When you hear the tone, that lets you know there's a continuous path and nothing's broken. Here's our broken one. We're gonna do the same thing. Put one end on one terminal, put the other end on the other one. See how we're touching, we're not getting any sound? That's because that coil is broken right there. We check this heating element and we know it's good. We want to slide it back in. What we do is turn it over and slide it up in from the bottom. That's it. Put your 2 screws back in and put your wires back on. All right, just put my 2 screws back in. One there, one there. Now just slide my wire terminals back on. Just slide them right on. Now that our heating element's installed, we're going to reattach our back panel with the 9 screws. Now that the back panel is reattached, we can move it in and test it to make sure that everything works correctly. Now that we have it plugged up, we're going to test it to make sure that it works. We're getting heat. Come here, turn the power on. Just hit start. Let it run for a few seconds. I'm going to check the temperature using this temperature gun. It's an infrared temperature gun. You can see that the temperature's going to be rising. That way you know it's getting hot. Just give it a few seconds. That should be enough. Let's open the door. Should be able to stick my thermometer in there, and you can see. Oh, this side. There we go. It's over 200 degrees in there. That lets you know that it's getting hot, and we fixed our dryer. No heat issue. This concludes our video. Thanks for watching DIYs, guys. My name is Cole, and we'll be bringing you more DIY projects in the future. Thanks.